ever just wished you could see what someone's really like? Not just on the outside, but deep down. Well, today we're diving into this amazing fairy tale about a princess who could do exactly that. She could look past everything and see straight into a person's heart. So yeah, this story is all about that classic idea, right? Inner beauty versus what you see on the outside. But it's got this awesome magical twist that makes you stop and think about what really matters. All right, let's jump in. Okay, first things first. Let's meet our main character, the princess at the heart of it all. She's got this incredible gift. But, a gift like this can be both a blessing and, well, a pretty big burden. So picture this. The beautiful kingdom of Moon City. That's where we find Princess Sibia. And yeah, everyone knows she's gorgeous and super kind, but there's something else about her. A secret ability she has that really sets her apart. And it all kicks in when she turns 16. And this power, it's called heart sight. All she has to do is look into someone's eyes and bam, she can see their true nature. Are they honest and good, or are they full of lies and deceit? Seriously, can you even imagine having a power like that? So her dad, the king, decides it's time for her to get married. A huge announcement goes out, and princes from all over the world start showing up to try and win her over. And this is where Zibia's special gift is about to be put to the test big time. Which brings us to a parade of some pretty impressive guys who are all about to find out the hard way that you just can't fool a princess who can literally see into your soul. Okay, so first to arrive is Prince Ahmed. This guy is super handsome, like straight out of a storybook. He walks in just radiating confidence, probably thinking, yeah, I've got this in the bag. My looks will seal the deal. But the second Zibia looks into his eyes, his good looks just melt away. They mean nothing. She sees right through him to all the pride and arrogance he's hiding inside. And just like that, he's rejected. Next. All right, so the next guy tries a totally different approach. Prince Usman rolls in with a whole caravan packed with insane gifts. We're talking gold, silver, jewels, the whole 9 yards. He's clearly trying to buy her affection with his massive fortune. But again, Zimbia's heart sight just slices right through all that glitz and glam. That mountain of treasure, it's completely worthless to her because she looks in his eyes and all she can see is pure greed. So he gets sent packing too. And what's so cool is how she explains all this to her dad, who's probably getting a little worried at this point. She's not just being picky, she's waiting for something genuine. She tells him flat out, I'm looking for a true heart, someone who gets that love is more important than looks or money. It's all about character for her, not status. So while all this drama is unfolding at the palace, our story takes a turn and shifts to a completely different place and a completely different kind of person. Way out in the mountains, far away from all that royalty, we meet Ali. And this guy is the total opposite of those princes. He's a poor, humble woodcutter. But what he lacks in money, he more than makes up for in hard work and kindness. He just spends his days working to take care of his elderly mom. Then one day, his good character gets put to the test. He finds an old woman who's fallen and is desperate for water. Without a second thought, Ali gives her the only water he has for himself. And this one selfless act, it triggers something magical. The old woman reveals she's actually the mountain fairy, and to reward his pure heart, she gives him a magical disguise. He'll look like a prince for 3 whole days, giving him a shot at meeting Princess Zibia. And this is where it gets really good, right? It perfectly sets up the main idea. Ali gets the look of a prince, but the real challenge is whether his true self, the good-hearted woodcutter, can win her over before that magic just disappears. So, Ali shows up at the palace, and Zibia is instantly drawn to him. Over the next 3 days, they just walk and talk. And here's the key. Unlike everyone else, Ali is completely honest. He tells her everything about his simple life, his job, his mom. And when Zibia looks into his eyes, she finally sees it, what she's been searching for this whole time, a pure, true heart. She's not falling for the disguise, she's falling for the real man. At one point, Zibia even asks him straight up, aren't you afraid of my power to see into your heart? And his answer is just perfect. He just says, why would I be? I have nothing to hide. And that's it. That's the moment she knows he's the one. But the clock is ticking. Those 3 days are almost over. That magic isn't going to last forever. So the big question is, what happens when it all falls apart? And then it happens. On the evening of that third day, right as he's leaving the palace, the magic just shatters. In front of the entire court, his fancy royal clothes just dissolve back into his old torn ones. The guards immediately start shouting thief and rush to grab him. The whole illusion is gone. He's exposed. But wait, Zibia runs out and stops them. She takes one look at Ali, standing there as a humble woodcutter, and then she turns to her father and the shocked crowd, and she says it loud and clear. This is the man I want to marry, because in him I found the truth I've been searching for. And as if on cue, the mountain fairy appears. She explains the whole story, confirming what a noble person Ali really is. The king, seeing how sure his daughter is, and hearing it from the fairy herself, he finally gets it. He gives his blessing with these simple but really powerful words. And that brings us to the really beautiful conclusion of this story, and of course, its most important lesson. So Ali and Zebia get married, and the whole story wraps up with this one essential truth. A true heart is worth more than any crown. It wasn't the fancy clothes that won her over, it was the person inside them. It's just a great reminder that real value, it's not about money or looks, it's about the kindness and honesty we have inside. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? In a world that's so focused on what's on the surface, a story like this kind of challenges us to dig a little deeper. So it's worth asking, what are the treasures that we value most in other people, and maybe even in ourselves? Thanks so much for joining me for this one.